Over the past few years of doing cold outreach, I think I tried all lead generation strategies, and some of them got me to where I am today. Sending out cold emails, getting above a 5% reply rate, booking sales calls, and making money. Basically relying on cold outreach to grow my business. And today I want to share 4 of those lead generation strategies that you can start as soon as today, even after you finish this video. And the first strategy I want to share is Vector.co. So Vector.co is a website visitor identification tool, right? It looks something like this. Basically what it does is whenever someone visits your website, this tool will identify that visitor, right? It will find their information, what company they're working at, their email, basically a way to contact them. And what you can do then is easily push those leads, the identified leads, into your email sequence. So for example, get something that looks like this, right? You push all of those leads, they are high quality leads because they visit your website, to an email sequence to reach out, to follow up, or you can use any of other 12 integrations you have on Vector.co. You can also do paid ads, and like I said, use any of these integrations, because Vector is actually free to start. So you can start whenever, just add it to your website, probably a little code, right? You integrate it into your website, boom. You qualify everyone who visits your website, reach out to them, book sales calls, and close deals because they are ready to buy. They are a warm lead, right? They've been on your website. So you don't have to do any guesswork to reach out to random people who will never buy your services, or to pay for ads to push your product into people who, again, will likely not buy your services. Now, another option is to combine 2 things: lead scraping and lead databases. Now let me explain, right? So like I said, there are hundreds of ways to generate leads. Some of them are just buying, 2 of which are scraping leads yourself, right? You go to a website, you scrape those leads, you find their emails. And the second one is to just buy leads from a lead database like Apollo or something different, right? The idea I want to share with you is something else that I have done and that has worked tremendously well for me, if I can put it that way. So this is a combination of using both a scraping tool and a lead database. Now you may be wondering, why would I need both, right? If you can scrape leads yourself, why would you need a database to buy those leads? Or if you're buying leads, why would you need to scrape it? Now let me share a story on how I use this and how I started to actually go from booking no calls to reaching out to super qualified leads and booking a ton of calls. Well, I started doing this, and how I found this way is by going onto an app called Product Hunt, right? So this is where my potential leads, my ideal kind of leads are, right? So what I did is I scraped all of their names and I used a database as an enrichment process to basically enrich this information that I scraped, which is just the company name or the product name, to actually go ahead and find the decision maker and his email address much faster than I would have done it manually, right? Because if I scrape all of this, I still need to find out who's the CEO or the founder, what is their name, what is their email, then validate that email, right? So combining scraping, manual scraping of keywords or company names or lead names, combined with a database, is a super powerful duo, right? These 2 things, because now we're going to be using this database as kind of an enrichment for the little amount of data that we have, and it will cost us pennies, right? Because other methods could cost us a lot. So basically, again, this is what we're going to be doing. We scrape a bunch of company names or any keywords that you're targeting, like lead names, and you can go ahead and use them in Apollo as filters, right? So industry and keywords, you put in all the names, all the product names you found, and this way you'll find a bunch of leads, like even multiple per company name, which you of course can remove if you don't want to. But basically this combination is super powerful. It's kind of like using a database in itself, but you have an extra filter that's super specific, because now you add keywords that you scrape, right? So it's kind of filtering down even more and being hyper specific. And the more specific you are, the better the targeting, the more relevant your product, the more replies you'll get, the more deals you'll close, right? The next thing I want to talk about is LinkedIn giveaway posts. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about posts like these. As you can see, people do lead magnets like this. They do it on Twitter, they do it on LinkedIn. And the thing about this is that this gets a ton of engagement. You get 500 likes, over 1,000 comments. And what this means for us, people who do sales, right, is that we can take advantage of this, right? We can just scrape all of those people or reach out to them. Of course, before that, we want to make sure we find a post that's relevant to us. So for example, here we have a guy sharing his LinkedIn strategy, right? So if you're in LinkedIn niche, you sell LinkedIn services, this is an ideal place to find your ideal customers, because everyone who wants some information about LinkedIn, right, or anything, might be your ICP. For example, if someone shares a lead magnet about cold email, they might be my ICP, right? If I'm selling cold emailing services, right? So you basically need to find a lead magnet in your niche. If you do roofing, I don't know what type of lead magnets are in roofing niche. What do they roof shingle patterns? Whatever, right? You do in e-com. Maybe someone is sharing how to boost conversions. That's where your ICP will go ahead and shout and say, here I am, right? Take me, please. You know, that's how you find them. Like, look at them. 1,000 comments, 500 people. They're all shouting that I'm your ICP. Come scrape my information and reach out to me, right? They're dying to get some information. They commented on this post. They interacted. They're there, right? They're open to opportunities. Now, the way you go about this is you can do a couple of ways. You can again use the tool I showed you earlier, which is Insta Data Scraper, to scrape the lead names, their profiles. You can use a Google Sheet to further personalize those emails, right? Messages. And you can do this research kind of manually or add a Minnie Mouse macro with a Google Sheet, essentially running it semi-automatically, right? With Minnie Mouse macro instead of Data Scraper or Google Sheets. I think I'll have a tutorial somewhere. What you can also do is use or abuse, because it's so good, right? HeyReach. HeyReach allows you to run campaigns as you like you see here, right? You send a connection request, send a message, or like a post, send an email, run LinkedIn automations, right? So you can combine both of these things, have so many, and it will scrape actually the leads in the post that interacted, and actually combine both of these things to, you know, reach out to not only generate leads, but reach out to them, and Jesus, you're gonna get insane results. Now, okay, last thing I wanna share before I talk about something else is lead magnets in itself, right? As you can see, this person is generating so many leads, hot leads that are already talking with him, right? They already have the first point of contact. They got some information from him. They know he's an expert in this niche. He already gives value away like this for free. He got 1 million impressions and he's giving away the strategy for free. So what will happen if I work with him, right? That's what the prospects are thinking who are commenting under his post. So what you can do is actually create lead magnets yourself. Now, if you think it's hard and you need to write all of this text yourself, as you can see here, I'll tell you one thing. No, there's this thing called ChatGPT. So what you can do is simply copy posts like this, ask ChatGPT to rewrite it for your product, for your niche, right? And share it. As you can see here, it's literally, this guy is sharing this framework, right? It's exactly like this is pulled from his kind of tutorial or whatever, right? So you will be able to generate these. And if it works, all you do is come, rephrase, repost. That's it. You do it on LinkedIn. You can do it on Threads. You can do it on Blue Sky, right? 4 channels already with LinkedIn. And basically you don't need to do much. And you can run automations so that whenever someone comments keyword, you automatically reach out to them, share the tool, right? Share the freebie, the valuable freebie, and maybe spark a conversation. Boom, you have a person that has highly engaged with you. And as you can see here, they have a nice PS that they will hop on a call if you share this, where they will probably share more of their products and pitch you. So again, you can follow this strategy. If you want more information about lead magnets, you can look at this video right here. And this is everything you need to generate results like this, because that's what I did. So yeah, have a good one. I was Sam, and peace. And I'm still Sam. Bye-bye.